All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. Like I told you, um, it was just a brief project, especially when you understand what you have to do. It don't take you that long. So I was able to successfully swap my Cisco catalyst switch supervisory blades, rebooted my system. It came back to full functionality. Verify with the command center. All this while, walk out. The whole thing took less than half an hour, and now I'm headed home. I can go enjoy my Saturday. Now the time here is about 10:26 a.m. So you see that? We're pretty swift. Again, I can't take you around the Capitol building because the Capitol police block the whole place. I guess there are some protests going around here. So I'm just trying to get back home as peacefully as I can. So follow me. Let's get going. Headed back to my journey. I'm about zero. See, 695 to 295. So I'm taking 695 and I'm going to march on to 295. And 295 is taking me back to MD, Maryland. And then Jake Weber from Washington, D.C. to Randallstown, Baltimore County, Maryland. particular spot can be totally back up. And for the delay, I just don't drive to come to work. Catch the train, make my life easy. And when I have to come at night, come in the day, then I drive. So as you can see, the brake lights, the backup that I was just telling you about is starting up. But it's not going to be that bad today. At least we're going to be more than 5-10 miles, but without stop. Yeah, some bill. Viens, on va couper, décaler, couper. So, just to give you a little brief update on what I just been doing. You know, working the Cisco system is not like Microsoft Windows or Microsoft Server. So, to work the Cisco system, Cisco is a code, Linux based, and you actually have to basically tell the system what you want it to do. So there's no thing like, you know, just click this and add it there and click that and play like you have when you work with Windows Server. It's all pre-configured, and all you do, you hit buttons and enable it, creating OUs, grooves and all of this stuff are already pre-configured. So all you're doing is clicking something, adding something, and just maybe tapping the user you want to put in, those basic stuff, tapping the IP address if necessary, you know. But with Cisco system, sorry, the bad news is you have to apply the code. You have to configure it. And that's a good definition of garbage in, garbage out. If you put garbage in, you're going to get garbage out. Simple as that. So what you put there is what you get. Or just simply the system will not work. So in this case, during the week, I had to upgrade the iOS on the supervisory blade. Supervisory blade 8. So we previously had the Blade 7, so we're going up to 8. So I had to upgrade the iOS. The iOS is a code that you have to configure to the system, apply the configurations, and we're going to remove the old iOS, whatever version that came with the new Blade. If your organization does not support the iOS, that the factory release, you either downgrade the iOS or you increase, upgrade the iOS based on your organizational preference of what they are using. And for us, we use the iOS version 6, 7.6. That's what we use, if you know what I'm talking about. So I have to upgrade each of those things. Now, it's not fun now, because I've been doing this for quite some time, so I understand it. But a new graduate just walk into the industry and Okay, go ahead and upgrade the iOS, boy. If you're not careful, you'll maybe want to quit. If you're not patient, you'll just tell them, say, I resign my job. Because for the most part, sometimes these things you don't learn in classroom. You don't have time to teach you how to upgrade iOS. They want to tell you, so you gotta figure it out. So after upgrading iOS, then I have to go and take all the data from the old system, and that data has to be applied to the new one. Once that is done, I have to verify the configurations, and I have to make sure that when the new system is installed, all users that were on that switch will be able to get the resources, the specific VLANs, and everything else without any issues. Without any issues. So I have to verify all of that. Once that is done, finish the application of the system upgrade, test it. I have a testing lab, so I build it in a non-production environment. You don't want to touch a production switch. And when we talk about production switch, this is what we mean. A switch that is already up, users are connected to daily and working. That is a production switch. It's in production. You can't touch it. So you have to build a configuration in your lab on another switch. Test it, everything. Then you go on by requesting authorization. Now remember this is not just any system. You have to request authorization, and the group from all departments, engineering, security, UC team, how you call it, everything you're thinking about, from security, UC, desktop support, everybody come on a conference. Where are you going to tell them why you're making this change, and what will be the impacts to the system, to the users, and for how long will the system be down? And you have to be within at least 30-minute window though. You're not gonna be there. I'm gonna be working maybe for 4 or 5 hours, and the users will be off at that. Hell no, nobody wanna hear that. So you have to come up with a plan that the downtime will be like this. Then everybody will approve that system changes. Set the date and time, and then you go execute it. Once you are done, you have to now update your change request and let them know that, okay, the upgrade was successful, done at so time, completed at so time. That is good. You move on to something else. So basically, working in an industrial environment, that's basically how it works. You can't just wake up and go shut a system down just because you are the technician. No. Whenever the switch goes down, you have to explain why it went down. What was the cause? Power issue, hardware failure, what happened. You have to investigate. Because if you don't do these things, it becomes security risk. So every time it goes down, now every system on the network is monitored by the command center. It reports to the command center. So by the time the system goes down, somebody's gonna be on the phone calling you. Hey, the system XYZ is down. Can you investigate it? You see? They do these things to prevent security risk. So if I'm gonna take a system down, I have to explain why. There's no way around it. You need that mess to stop. So you have to pre-configure what you want to do. Have a plan. Make sure you test it, works, and then you go and set it. And if you do it well, like you can see, I came in, got it done under half an hour, and I'm out on my way home. But if you screw up, like I said, garbage in, garbage out. That's when you will understand that word. Garbage in, garbage out. You're going to be there. You're going to fight to figure it out. If you don't mind, you have to rebuild that whole thing. Now, your whole day will go. Something you took to take your time, gradually do it maybe for a couple of days, chilling on your own time. Now, boy, you have to reconfigure that damn thing. Apply all those changes and everything, and then get it done. Well, in the best case scenario, you can just update and replace the old device, turn it on, make sure it's working, and connect. They call it an unsuccessful upgrade. So you plan for another day. Well, you know, in the worst case scenario, you will have to redo that thing and make sure it's done before you go home, right? There's no way around it. So folks, again, I'm on US 295, heading back to base. So take a ride with me. Let's go. Get entertained by my Ivorian music. My Ivorian music gets entertained. That's another option I could take to go to Baltimore, but I'm not going that way. I'm taking 295 back. So speaking of the iOS upgrade on the Cisco switches, you got two steps. As far as I'm concerned, there could be other stuff out there that I don't know. But as far as I'm concerned, there are two steps. You can either use a USB drive, which is the highway, copy the software to the device, apply it, blow it off, configure it, the registry, everything, and get it done. Or you can use the download version from an already configured database where you can just run a link, tap it, and apply it. It's kind of very easy, but usually don't use that easy method. I'm more comfortable with the USB offline, configuration. Now, it's not in all cases that you'll be offline, so you have to be aware. Sometimes you will need to be online and do it. So, use a USB, copy the directory, copy the file to the directory, and then you configure it, configure the directory, check the boot directory by doing some commands. I'm not going to do all of that here. You understand? So you check all of that. Then you start applying the system configuration and other stuff. Yeah, it's possible after you do all of this. The system could go into rumble mode. When it goes into rumble mode, especially like the Catalyst system that I work with today, all you do is issue a simple command boot. Just do boot, and it will start the boot. Once it boot up, you go on from there and refix that error message. So this is where the trick is. Since it's not a Windows system, there's no plug and play, click and go. You have to apply it. Write the code, verify the code, redo it, test it, confirm it. Then you're good to go. But again, the more you do it, you get comfortable. You know. So if you're out there, have a large industry, and you have any plan updating your Cisco system, and you want to maybe downgrade or upgrade your iOS to the version of your choice, and maybe your staff probably having challenges with this, well, boy, you can hit me up. We can talk something. Yeah, we can talk something. Give it to me and I can upgrade the iOS. I ain't gonna do your configurations. No, I can upgrade your iOS to your new Cisco switches, Cisco devices, and then your team can do the configuration. Don't forget now, gotta put some greens in my hand. I can do it. Cisco iOS upgrade. Put some greens in my hand. But it takes time. It's complicated. It's sometimes stressful. But hey, I can do it for you. Come on, folks. So, I'm just having a wonderful, quiet drive, going home, loving my life, no stress, and also thinking about LIB. Bon, mes amis francophones anglophones, comme je le disais en français, et je vais aussi passer ça par l'anglais à français, que comme je vous avais dit, je partais au travail, faire un boulot très rapide. Ce boulot a été fait fini complètement, sans d'embouteillage, rien, et c'était fait vite, parce que ça a été préparé avant ce jour. J'ai préparé ce que je dois faire, j'ai testé, j'ai confiné, et c'était pour je remplacer. Et ça a été fait sans problème, sans défaut. Comme maintenant je suis en route, je rentre chez moi. Okay? Et comme ce que je disais, pour ceux qui sont dans l'informatique, pour ceux qui travaillent dans le domaine informatique et qui ont le système de Cisco, et très souvent vous voulez changer le code, c'est-à-dire faire le upgrade, changer le code, version, changer la version. C'est un peu compliqué, c'est pas aussi quelque chose de très facile comme ça. Et il y a certains nouveaux employés qui ne comprennent pas ce système-là. Donc, si tu as une situation comme ça, et dans ton entreprise, si tu veux demain, mon ami, pourquoi pas, également, tu fais ça, et je change le code pour toi, et je laisse la configuration à ton équipe. Moi, je fire l'affaire d'ail. Mon petit Simon Andegras, je Je te salue. Et c'est ça la vie. Maintenant, je pars pour la maison. Encore. Je vais rejoindre ma famille, passer la journée. Et on est ensemble. Et je vous aime. Je vous aime. Et